Hi guys, it's Two Dogs here. I'm just going to give you a quick rundown of a game I've been playing when I'm not playing DayZ, and it's called The Witcher 3: The Wild Hunt. It's by Project Red, which is based out of Poland, Warsaw, exactly. And this game is phenomenal. Buy this game if you're a fan of Skyrim or Red Dead Redemption. It's the two together, only better, more fluent, more smooth, better graphics, larger, the quests. I mean, this game will surprise you. Take my word for it and thank me later. This game will surprise you. You will go in and you'll be playing and you'll think, there'll be times where you go, holy cow, was that quest ever well thought out? Was that storyline ever good? Um, there's everything like when I play a role playing game, I like to create my own character. I like to choose his class. I like to set his attributes, dexterity, strength, and all that kind of stuff. I'm an old tabletop role player, so like I like that thing. The Witcher has that, but it doesn't. You don't get to pick your character. You play as Geralt of Rivia, who's right here. He's a Witcher. A Witcher is a guy who's a bounty hunter in the land. A lot of people hate him. They don't like the way he looks. He's got cat's eyes, for heck's sakes. If you're a fan of Dungeons and Dragons and you're thinking this game was just like a lot of dialogue and yada yada yada, listen, this is like the compendium of monsters that are involved in this game is just phenomenal. There's so many different types of monsters. It's unbelievable. There's everything in this game. You think of it, they've got it. This game has everything. You're a monster hunter, for Christ's sakes. The game has to have it. So I'm going to give you a quick summary of the game as best I can. I'm just swinging from the hip here, so bear with me. But in order to record this game on OBS Studio, you need to have it in windowed mode, and I'll put my computer specs at the end. I'm getting 42 to 50 frames per second in this game, and it works. It works. Let's just put it that way. If you have a high-end rig, you're gonna get the most out of this game. This game is a memory hog. Oh my God, is it gonna push your CPU? But I finally got a setup that works. When I first played it, I had 160 hours in it or something like that, and I had a i3 and I had 16 gigs of RAM and a Radeon card, 2 gig radio card. Just forget it. Didn't work, man. I was so choppy. I went through the story because I wanted to play it so bad. But I upgraded my card to a low-end NVIDIA card, and I got an i7 processor now, so I can actually play the game, and it's playable. But like I said, if you have a high-end rig, like something that's more up to date than my computer, you're gonna get the most out of this game. Sound phenomenal, audio phenomenal. This game has everything. It's a mature audience. There's a lot of nudity, full frontal nudity. If you plan on buying this for your kids, you might want to stray away from it. But there's a hell of a lot of vulgar language in it. Not that I'm a stranger to vulgar language, as some of my subscribers know. It doesn't bother me none, but I mean, my wife's offended by some of the stuff that comes out of this game. Anyways, the stories are fantastic. I'm just going to quickly run you through the character screens and one word of note. I should say this. This game is set up for a controller scheme as well. There's your exploration, your swimming and diving, your combat, horse riding, sailing. Yeah, there's little boats you can get around in on this game, which is cool, and exploration again. So you can set it up for the controller scheme. I'm using the keyboard and a mouse. It took a heck of a lot to get used to. Bear with it. It's worth it once you get it down. It's unlike any other sort of. It's the WASD keys again, but just the way you turn and you use the mouse and stuff. It takes a little bit of getting used to, but it's well worth it. Audio, man, crank that up. This you can buy this soundtrack separately. It's I think it's better than Skyrim soundtrack. Just the soundtrack alone. The game itself, like I love Skyrim. I played Skyrim and Red Dead Redemption to death. I love those games. They're some of the best games I've ever played. This game beats them both, and it's got elements of both of them in it. But just the storyline, I mean, don't expect some stupid, run up to some broad with big tits and a chauvinistic tortoise storyline. This storyline was written by women. At least the romance scenes were, I'm sure of it, because it makes a hell of a lot of sense. And you got to woo these girls to get into the sack with them and stuff like that. And it's really well thought out. The combat, exact same thing, well thought out. if you're looking for, dismemberment, gore, chopping people's heads off, finishing moves, executions, that sort of thing, slowed down, slow mo executions and finishing cuts and stuff like that, you get this game has it. So let's get right into the actual game itself here. I'll just jump in and hit play whenever I find my fucking editor. I'll just load the game where I'm at. Yeah, skip this stuff. I don't want to spoil anything, so I'm just jump ahead here. I'm gonna do my best not to release any of the storyline to you. Um, it's fantastic though. There's secondary quests, treasure hunts, monster quests, Witcher quests, bounty hunting. God, it's got quests similar to Skyrim, but in no way, shape, or form is it Skyrim. That's the best way I can explain it. One thing you're gonna find is that the only complaint a lot of people have about this game is the loading time. Yeah, I can see that, but I mean, it's a couple seconds. I mean, it's come a long way. So I've got the sound turned down right now so I can speak. I'm just going to get into the character screen here and show you what it's all about. Here, using the right mouse button gets into your Witcher senses. This makes like there's somebody off in the distance there. Obviously, this plant up here has properties. Just click on it. E Wolfsbane. Yeah, I'll take that space. Goes into my thing. This guy here, you can talk to him by pressing E, but I'm not going to right now because I've already chatted with this bastard. And yeah, so let's get into the inventory here and stuff. Okay, that's my. I'll start right at the start. Okay, bestiary. Every time you meet a monster, it goes into a bestiary. You got a little uh, thing over here that tells what it's about, and your Witcher signs. We'll get to them later. You got to Witchers have special abilities, and you set them and grow them and cultivate them the way you want them, uh, customize them, all sorts of stuff. It's really hard to explain, but you'll see when you get this game. Bears are vulnerable against beast oil, which you can craft in your alchemy. The Witcher's a master alchemist. Uh, just picking up that wolfsbane is a part of a potion, that sort of thing. But look at some of the animals in here. You got dogs. These I'm only level 13, and I've only explored one part of the map out of five. Um, wolves, berserkers, botchlings, Iphidian werewolves, cockatrices, forked tails, shriekers, wyverns, golems, hounds of the wild hunt, Erinnas, griffins, harpies. These things, some of these are monsters, like griffins. My character is the size of this thing's hand, basically, when this thing comes on screen. Salmas, sirens, succubi. These are just monsters that I've encountered, and I'm only level 13. I mean, there are so many monsters. If you're a fan of ghosts and goblins type of stuff, it's all in here, man. Grave hags, again, just tons of stuff. Water hags, neckers, crones, dopplers, fiends, godlings. There's Johnny. Imp, Devil by the Well, Jenny of the Woods, Night Race, Noon Race, Plague Maidens, Race. When these things show up, I mean, the atmosphere, everything, the lighting's just brilliant. Higher vampires. Um, there's dragons in this game. There's frost giants. You name it, it's got it. I'm not kidding you. It's like I've made the mistake. It's a mistake really to go and research some of the stuff that's in this game because you want to just come across it. Like I said, the storyline will surprise you. The monsters will surprise you. Take my word for it. Thank you later. That's the way it works, man. Just get this game and start playing it. It's fantastic. So tutorials, you can always reference how to use things, fast travel, that sort of thing. Tells you how to use it. Heads up display, blah 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 blah. Yeah. Lots. Like I said, I'm just running through this for you. Now, here's some of the characters you meet along the way. This is one of the Wild Hunt, one of the major baddies. I've already defeated this guy, or one of his minions, I should say. Just gives you a history so you can, if you're doing a different quest and they show up later on in the game, you know where you met them, what to do with them, or how you deal with them. This is one of your love interests here. Um, these are just some of the things that I've seen already, right? Like, really, it's an incredible character repertoire. Books, read books, get certain skills out of reading different books, messages, quests, that sort of thing. Crafting, okay. You gotta when you get a treasure chest, you'll get a usually get a crafting recipe. You have to get the recipe in order to build these items. The items that have like a number in the red, that means I haven't got to that level to build it yet. I'm already at level 13. But everything that's white, I can craft if I find the right ingredients. Like if I want griffin boots, I got to come up with this stuff. You can buy them at merchants. You can find them on dead monsters. You can find them in treasure chests. All that kind of stuff. Armor. And this is just the stuff I found at level 13. Like, can you imagine when I'm like level... Hi there, I'm just going to jump in here because I noticed I missed out on some information here on replay. If you can see where it says Griffin Boots to the right there, it says armor, and there's a little plus 10 in green. And then in sign intensity, it says plus 5. And then it says plus 1 resistance to piercing damage, negative 4% in red. The numbers in green represent the comparison to what I'm equipped right now. So whatever boots I have on now, I've got some elven boots on right now. The griffin boots would be plus 10 what I have to the attributes that the boots I'm wearing right now have, and it'd be plus 5 sign intensity, but they would be negative 4% compared to the boots I have in now. So what it does is it shows you in comparison to what you've already equipped on. And if I went to the inventory screen and I clicked on my sword per se in my inventory and a sword that I had equipped, I could hit shift on the inventory sword and it would compare it side by side to the sword I have equipped. So it would show you what bonuses go up and down. Now, you can have it so there's no red signs, no red percentages at all. So I just wanted to clarify that because I think it's really important. Another thing I wanted to clarify just quickly that I didn't mention in this video is that you can only change the difficulty level of this game in game. And it's under game settings, it's under gameplay, and it shows up. If you plan on playing this game and you want to set the setting right off the hop, it starts at the normal setting all the time. Unless you reinstall it like I did and somehow it showed up and it was like super hard and I was playing it for like 50 hours that way. But you can only change the difficulty setting in game. Okay, I'm sorry, I'll jump back into my dialogue again. I just noticed this and I thought I'd jump in and fix that quickly. Level 50. Anyways, you can actually craft the components itself to make bigger, better components, to make bigger, better magic items. So, although you don't get to choose your character traits so much, you can create your own character using different skill sets, using different items. You can craft different magic items. You can customize your magic items. You can customize your character completely. So if you want a character who uses the fire sign all the time, you want a character who focuses on speed, you want a character who's wears heavy armor, who's a, like a, what do they call it, a grunt or whatever, you can do it. I mean, some of this stuff, I mean, look at the things. And these little slots here, you can put rune stones in them. Now, a rune stone here, if I get to the bottom here, glyphs of Ard, this would be 5% Ard and sign intensity. You can stick this stone in your sword, and that sword held 3, right? So you can put 3 different stones. So glyph of Igni, I mean, really I've never focused on building these glyphs because you find them all the time. So I don't usually, buy them at merchants, the recipes for them. But there's a million and one different stones. Anyways, again, I'm trying to make this video quick, so I just want you mutagens. These help your signs and skills out. You can build them, that kind of thing. Uh, and that's for your potions, by the way. So I should show you that. So I'll just close this submenu of alchemy substances. These are some of the potions that I've come across. Grenades, yeah, hello, hell yeah. Decoctions, these all give you bonuses in fight. Now, it shows you a toxicity level, and we'll get to that as well. And your 1800 seconds it lasts for. I've got all the ingredients for this, they all show up green. So, here's my inventory screen, right? This is the stuff I've got equipped. This is equipped on my horse. Trophy here, you kill a major monster, you put it on the side of your horse, like hanging a head off the side of your horse. This is the armor I've got equipped. This is my weapons I've got equipped. This is my consumables, which are hotkeys. They're RTGY or RFTY. And then I've got my bombs, some other crap down there. Here's more rune stones. So you can put these in sockets of swords or armor or whatever to customize your magic weapons. Like here, I've got 10%, 2% chance of causing burning. So if I hit the guy and he lights up into flames, I know that that 2% worked out, and it does happen quite often. So it's decent. This is an axe over here I can't use. It's got an X through it. It's too high a level. It's required level 15. But I'm keeping it because it's worth 92 gold and I can flog it. Or I can stick it. You got a storage chest, which is in every major city where you can keep stuff as well. And it'll be, if you put it in one city, you can access it from another city. Just thought I'd put that in. So here, you think we're done yet? Hell no. Crafting. These are things that you pick up along the way off dead monsters that help you build potions, magic items, relics, whatever, right? These usually don't weigh that much, if anything. So see it says master item down there, 0 next to the weight, and then it's worth 30 gold. So even this up here is my encumbrance. I'm at 53 out of 130, and I've got all this stuff in my. So that really doesn't count the ingredients. They don't count towards your weight that much. Quest items and stuff I picked up along the way, white bear hides, stuff you can break down into leather. Um, quest notices, like basically, and books, uh, food and drink. Don't drink too much beer, you get blurry vision. Other trophies I've got hanging around. Potions. These are the potions that I've actually concocted and made, and I use as a character. Now, as you see down here, you got your vitality, which is your hit points, and your toxicity. So people think, ah, great, look at all these potions. I mean, The Witcher can make a bazillion different potions. You can't use them all at the same time, because if you drink too much potions, your toxicity gets up, and you start to lose health. You can kill yourself. So you can poison yourself using too many potions. It's like an overdose system, which is great because you can only use 1 or 2 potions at a time. So pick your potions wisely. Pick the potions you want to make wisely, and it's got a realistic effect as far as the fantasy world is concerned. Is that no, you can't eat 15 potions and hit a guy and cause like 7,000 points of damage because you're all hyped up on drugs. It doesn't work that way. The toxicity will prevent you from doing that. Back to the inventory screen. So everything I've got here. Like I said, I'm just skimming over this stuff. I mean, you got to learn it for yourself, and it's a lot of fun to learn. World map. I'm in one area of the map. All these question marks I haven't discovered yet. The ones that are green I have discovered. And also, as you go along, as you get closer to things, it will show up other stuff. These little signs here are notice boards that I haven't been to. They've got quests in them. Once you hit a notice board, it will go white like this. And then if you say you're roaming around, you finish a quest, it might light up again yellow in that area for another quest, and it will take you to one of these question marks. As far as the world map is concerned, this is just Wee No Man's Land in Velen. I haven't gone to Novigrad, I haven't gone to White Orchard or any of these other places yet. Or either I've skimmed over them, I should say, or the ones I could go to. But there's, like I haven't touched anything here. These are stuff. This is all default, right? So I mean, a map that compares with Skyrim, if not bigger, right? You can fast travel using boats, harbors, that sort of thing. You can reference all your quests. I got main quests in here that I'm completing that are still on the go, and this is corresponding to what level they think you should be. Before you start the quest. You can do them, but if they're higher level than you, but you're gonna have a real rough time. This game is very hard. This game is not easy one stretch. Witcher contracts, these are looking for monsters and doing stuff for people in towns and that sort of thing, right? And it checks it off. Talk to the widow. I didn't do that. I just fucking jumped right through it. But anyways, treasure hunts. Always fun. Everybody loves a treasure hunt. So we're talking about treasure hunts that require level 29. This little skull up here says, don't fucking do it because you'll die. You're not at that level yet. You're at level 13. That little skull means it's impossible for you to do it. The only one I've able to do that had a sign like that and was low enough level was fist fighting. I happen to be extremely good at fist fighting. I don't know why. It might be my background. I don't know. But anyways, yeah, don't do quests that have skulls on them. And like I said, look at here's level 34, and I'm level 13. So how? I don't. I tried not to research this game before I bought it because I like surprises, right? I just like to play that way. I like to get right involved and immersed in it. These are quests I've completed, quite a few at level 13. I mean, you're getting your money's worth out of this game, man. I mean, Just go buy it. Now I failed a couple quests, and that was, earlier on in the game. One, I was too low of a level to complete this bitter harvest. Fake papers, I just ended up killing the guy and stealing him anyway, so I didn't complete the quest. Let's move on. Okay, so these are what are called mutagens, and you create these in your alchemy, and they increase your skills that you already have upgraded. These are all skills that I haven't touched yet. This is combat skills, right? So I immediately max out the fast attack. Why not, eh? So this is. It took me 5 levels to up this to 5 because I got 2 points available. So obviously I haven't assigned 2 points yet because I'm a level 13. So I haven't assigned points since level 11. And all these things, they do certain things. You gotta unlock uh, different strains and strands, or just mix and match them all. It doesn't matter. Here's you know, it's just cause there's just so much to this game. There's just so much to this game. I've got this one, surviving the string token. I max my vitality to 500. So as you can see, like I said earlier on, I'm a Dungeons and Dragons type of guy, right? Like I'm I'm not young. Let's put it that way. I remember when Guy Jacks created Dungeons and Dragons. So I like to customize my character. I like to, create a character, choose a class, and all this kind of stuff. And this game bypasses some of it, but what it bypasses, it makes up for in other areas. So you will not be disappointed. So that's basically this game in a nutshell. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it gives you some insight. I had to put this video up because as most of my subscribers know, I'm Daisy all the way, right? I played some Armor 3, da 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 da. But I've been playing video games since Pong, right? So it just so happens that I'm so hung up on Daisy because I love the game so much. But this is a game that I would recommend to you. Believe me, I know my games. I know what I'm doing. The next game I'm going for is Star Citizen. I hope to get that soon so I can give you a review on that. But I hope you enjoyed this review. I'll close up the review with some really menial gameplay in comparison to what's happened. It's just that because of the recording's a little stickly with it, there's no boss fights. It's just me running around and you know common enemies and stuff like that. But it'll give you kind of a feel for what's out there, a little bit of questing, that kind of thing, and a feel for the game. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm sorry I'm so scatterbrained and all over the place, but this is something I've done before. And happy gaming. Buy this game. Thank me later. Cheers, guys. Bye.
Oh, you're fucked. Right, me lovers, to work! Instead of flapping your gob, fight! Tell if you love the gods!
Fucking crossbow guy.
Shut up and fight. Right, me lovers, to work! It's not. It's peace. God's preserve.
I ever have a son,
Oh.
I'll name him Garrett.
Yes. Stop. What? Show me what you have in stock.
And you could do with some sleep. Gretka in the nook behind the hearth. You in the guest room opposite the kitchen.
Thank you.
Shh. Eat now. We'll speak once you've rested. So I ordered my men to watch her and left her to rest.
And?
A topic for another time.
No, a topic for now. Talk.
That sharpness. What's your tone, Witcher? Remember you owe me. Butchered some of my better men. We wish to come to an agreement, do we not?
The little girl who showed up here with Ciri. What happened to her?
Gretka. She's safe and sound. Helps out in the kitchen. Ciri told me of the girl's parents, what they decided. So I decided not to send the lass home. She's fed here. A roof over a warm corner she calls her own. She wants for nothing.
Just destroy it.
Oh, I didn't realize that I was fighting around gunpowder and powder barrels. I blew it right up.
Fine. Be right back.
Whoa. Oh.
Will this do?
That's the size of a mouse in this world.
They are not here. There is God. Blood. I see blood.
Whose?
No Anna. No Tamara. Just the child. A child that lives not, yet did not die.
What do you want?
Want to talk to the Peller.
Too late. We've got dibs on a chat with him. A long one.
Get the hell out. Now.
And here I thought we'd have a day without corpses. Herb Majors pay top coin for the special bits of rare creatures. Wonder how much we'll get for his eyes.
You got my fucking goat!
Now, you piece of filth.
Go on! Go on!
together!
Gotta wonder about a man who could get Edric's friends all worked up.
Don't forget to like and subscribe if you dig the video. No peace.